Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What we're going to be talking about today is what's going on in California, and it took effect on April Fool's Day. No joke. And it's something called death from taxes. And that's what is actually going to happen, or could happen, to Los Angeles if the wealthy flee or stay away from the city due to what's called a mansion tax. Many will look to greener pastures, greener pastures. Now, people hate to pay taxes, right, on an entrance or exit fee to their home. And they feel like they're hit upon, taken advantage of. Last November, voters passed Measure ULA, which levies a 4% tax on homes selling for $5 million or more. Now, I know a lot of us don't live in homes like that, okay? But there's a reason why this is happening. It also imposes a 5.5% tax on properties that sell on $10 million or more. The tax goes into effect, like I said, on April Fool's Day. Now, the monies garnered from the tax are supposed to fund affordable housing in LA and help to alleviate the city's homeless crisis. The aptly nicknamed mansion tax is projected by some to bring in $1 billion annually. Now, how will these projections be met if a slew of wealthy home seekers shy away from the city to avoid this tax? Nobody wants to be a prisoner in their own home. Now, this mansion tax is going to give people more motivation for not moving out or moving in. Escaping LA will be tougher and tougher for the wealthy and those wanting to avoid a self-imposed prison sentence due to a tax burden will avoid the city like the plague. So, a mansion tax is the wrong way to do this. It sends tax revenue out of the state. Nobody benefits in the end. The housing market will be paralyzed. Wealthy people will not look to LA for a home. They will look to cities and states with more favorable tax laws, like southern states instead of California. They should have seen this coming. Beware the Ides of March, as so the saying goes, right? Last month, wealthy home sellers were cutting prices and making last-minute deals in Los Angeles, trying to beat the clock and unload their properties before the mansion tax kicked in. And the selling frenzy saw luxury brokers offering agents a $1 million bonus if they brought a buyer in before April 1st for a 7-bedroom Bel Air estate that was priced at nearly $28 million. It's no wonder this mansion tax has to be paid by the seller. LA is a crazy town, but it's not just happening there in LA. At former President Donald Trump's recent campaign rally in Waco, Texas, Ted Nugent, you know who he is, right? Okay, he's literally like a rock legend. Okay. He kicked off the show with an electric guitar rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner. Now, some might go as far as to claim it rivaled like Jimi Hendrix's iconic performance at the same tomb of Woodstock in 1969. Now, same song, different world views, okay? Hendrix, it is safe to say, was no conservative. Nugent, he is. He added a few choice words between guitar riffs. I'm a guitar player. I have a couple of demands. Secure my border. I have a couple of really good ideas. Give me my tax dollars back. I didn't authorize blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to go into what he said. Okay. I want my money back. Needless to say, the crowd cheered. Okay. Now, Nugent also had some colorful words for another country and another president. Not our current, but a current president in another country. But I digress. The point is, Nugent is right to demand his tax money back. Taxes are spent on crazy things that many taxpayers find wasteful, repulsive. For example, scientists from Stanford University spent almost $7 million in funds to construct an artificially intelligent toilet system to study health. Toilet system? $7 million on a toilet? The researchers say your butt has an individually identifiable anal print. Why does it matter what my arse looks like? As long as my husband's fine with it. You know what I'm saying? Now, the scientists admitted that to fully reap the benefits of a smart toilet, users must make their peace with a camera that scans their hiney. I don't think so. Perverts. And there are some pretty nutty stuff, you know, tucked away in the McConnell-Schumer Omnibus spending bill. According to sources, not my sources, I'm not a crazy loon like some other people. Anyway, there was $575 million that was slated for global health section that allocated funds for family planning and reproductive health, including in areas where population growth threatens biodiversity, endangered species. In other words, the plebes are the enemies of the world, and the elites must stop them from breeding. Well, God help us all. It's just the edge of the quagmire. The omnibus also included these. So get ready. Write it down if you want. $1.5 million to encourage people to eat outdoors in sunny Pasadena, California. How many billboards are we going to be seeing out there? $1.1 million for a solar array of cloudy Kirkland, Washington. $2 million for B360, a group that promotes dirt bike culture in Baltimore. Dirt bikes. Dirt bikes. $3 million for the tiny and remote island of St. George, Alaska for water infrastructure, and $2.5 million for harbor improvements for a total cost of $82,000 per resident. $500,000 for a skate park in Rhode Island. $4.8 million for an environmental impact report on the possible expansion of Chicago's rail transit system. Bureaucracy at work. $13 million to expand the airport in the tiny city of Abbeville, Alabama. $4 million for the soy-enabled Royal Road reconstruction in Iowa. $2.35 million for the Lehigh, Leahy Center in Vermont, named after state Democrat Senator Patrick Leahy, the member who requested the earmark, Senator Patrick Leahy, funding for a wide array of woke organizations and left-wing activists. It's not just LA. The crazy is spreading from state to state and city to city. So Ted Nugent was right. Right on, Ted. Your government, local, state, federal, is spending your tax dollars willy-nilly. Are you being represented by your government officials, or is it all just a tall tale told by idiots? In California, taxes such as the mansion tax are scaring away the wealthy, as well as the normal people. I mean, how does scaring away wealth benefit the poor? It doesn't add up. So, you know, it's not good for the country, this mansion tax. Far too many of the politicians are taking advantage of us, rich or not. And something's got to give. You know, I'm serious. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you in the next one, all right? You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping. And as always, fear less. Ciao.